Hello, this is a demonstration of the Jellyfish Simple Certificate Enrolment Protocol, or SCEP for Microsoft Intune Enrolment. Intune is a Microsoft implementation of the SCEP protocol deployed through Azure Active Directory for the purpose of automating mobile device certificate enrolment. For this demonstration, I'll be using a Windows 10 laptop using a work account provisioned within Azure. In the Azure portal, before we log in and enroll our device, I'll show you how I've set up my Azure Active Directory user and application. I've created a new user, Chris Green. I've assigned him to the Cogito group and have also assigned him a license. The licenses for the Enterprise, Mobility and Security E3. This is the license package that contains the Microsoft Entry software, Currently, Chris has no devices. In the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center, I've configured some device configuration profiles targeting Windows Team. The first one deploys the root certificate authority certificate. I've set this up with the certificate I've downloaded from pki.gov.nz website. This is set to install the certificate into the Trusted Certificate Store. The second configures the SCEP certificate profile. This profile has been configured to be a device certificate. We can expect to find the certificate resulting from this profile in the local machine store once it's been issued. This profile details the subject alternative name formats, and other details that I want for my certificate, such as the key usages and extended keys I may need. I've also configured my connection to the Jellyfish portal using my personalised route. A note about security here: while this route may be accessed by any device, any certificate signing requests received on this route are sent back to my Azure Active Directory profile for verification. The contents of the CSR must conform to the rules that I've set up in this profile, and the user details contained within the request must be able to be validated against an existing user in this Active Directory. It's not possible to receive a certificate without the user and the certificate request first being verified by your organization's Azure Active Directory instance. Moving over to the laptop now, I'm going to sign in using Chris's account. To do this, I'm going to open the settings, and under the accounts I'll connect using a work account. Here I'll be using the credentials that I provisioned for Chris earlier. Chris's account is protected by two-factor authentication, so I'll have to enter the code that I've just received. Once the account is set up, I can expect to be provisioned with both the device certificate profiles that I've configured within the Microsoft Endpoint Management Admin Center. The result of this is installing a certificate trust certificate for the root CA associated with my certificate chain, and also with a device certificate issued with the details configured in the portal that I showed you just before. It may take a little while for these certificates to arrive, but I can expect that they should be done by the time I finish the setup. It looks like the account has been successfully added, so I'm going to go ahead and inspect the local certificate store. I can see here in Personal, the certificate has just appeared. This was issued just now, and it was issued by the CA that I've configured in my route in the Azure portal. Looking at the details, the subject does indeed match with what I've specified. So does the subject alternative name. You may notice that my subject is a good value. This is because within my profile, I've set the subject name to be the AAD_device_ID. If I go back to Azure and inspect the profile, I should be able to check on the device status and notice that a new device has just been added. This Desktop 2 JT-DRT is the device that I just enrolled. But we can see that Azure is still processing files. In a few moments we should be able to see that it's been enrolled against Chris's account. I can see in the additional details about the device that's being managed by Chris Green, and that is compliance is compliant. This tells me that it has indeed received the certificate. However, it appears to be taking a little while for the Microsoft Endpoint Management Admin Center to be displaying this information. Oh, here we go. I can now see that the principal name associated with the key account that has registered the device has appeared. And if we go back to Chris, we should be able to see that he now has a device. And there it is. This concludes the video demonstration.